Well, Wagwado Focarinos, and thank you for joining me today. We have the HHTCR Season 1 Round 2 at Circuit Sainte. Croix. I'm not exactly too sure. But nevertheless, here we are, and it is now time for me to have a quick look at Split 2, which is the first of the two races. That you are going to be tread to today. And we've just got about a 15-minute warm-up. And then we are going to be waiting for those lights to drop and underway with a lot more action, as last month's race was a little bit of an interesting one. We had some contact early doors, which led to one, I'm not going to start naming names just yet, but one of the drivers suffering some positions but also making a great comeback. And as with most races that I am commentating for these days, there is always drama unfolding, which of course makes a difference to the end result for all drivers. And we'll just jump on board. Oh, he's not out on track yet, but obviously the main man, Hugh Hattrick, driving from Britain today in his Kentucky Fried Chicken liveried Peugeot RCZ. And follow me, very quick dude. Make sure that's muted, thank you. Kaz, Richie, Rue, Jerry, absolutely lovely to see you all here. I'm wondering early doors, do we have any bets? Do we have any bets to who's going to be taking gold today in the Grid Split 2? So oh, look at that RCZ. Just squirm for grip under heavy braking there. So, getting caught up with what I'm seeing on the screen. Like I say, I think we're most certainly going to be tread to some action today. Goldman driving from the US of A in the Audi TT. So we have Goldman in P1 currently on your screen now in the Daytona liveried 24. I like that. I'm assuming that's a an Easter egg to Daytona, but he has set a lap time of a 2:18.924. Now, I'm happy to say now that that is the only 2:18 time. Daiko, Moomin, legends, absolute legends. And P2 is Mr. Moomin, who transcended to another dimension for a moment there, but is now out on track. And he has he's first on the grid, second in position, and a time of 2 minutes 20 seconds .290. So Goldman is over a second a lap quicker, so it'll be interesting to see whether he does what GRT did yesterday in Daiko's EDTM series, Season 1 Round 1 yesterday, which was a lot of fun. I'd recommend you go watch the video short sprint. But in P3, we have the legend, the man, the one and only. I need to know your name. Cars. Now, this dude is quick. He's going to be treating us to some action today. Currently in P3, so second on the grid, with a time of 2 minutes 20 seconds, .442. So he is just over a tenth off Moomin's time of 220.290. Fourth on the grid. Where is he? He's still in the pits. Is Mr. Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I know that this man, Hugh Hattrick, who has also recently interviewed Key from YouTube, so I recommend that you guys... hello, Dougie. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Yeah, great interview with Key25, Key, I think it's Key, that's how you pronounce it. So go check that out. Nevertheless, he has a lap time of a 2 minutes 20 seconds .531, so that's under a tenth away from the very quick Cars, who's currently the fastest lap of 2 minutes 21, so he's already quicker. 2 minutes 24.42, and now hitting a 2 minutes 21.77. And in P5, we have the one and only. There he is, look. Now, got to give this man a lot of love. Again, great show yesterday. Number 66. He had a great battle with the number 6 car. Beautiful entry into the sidewall there, introducing Daiko to Barry R. Barry is a firm friend of many racing drivers, and Daiko just thought he would say hello there. With a lap time of 2 minutes 20.958, just over half a second than Hugh Hattrick. And another legend, follow me in a beautiful liveried Volkswagen. Look at that, I like it. That's cool. Follow me, 1978, which I'm going to assume was the day he blessed Earth with his arrival, and he hit a lap time of 2 minutes 21.213, and the malvoyant one still yet to join us, Falconer NZ, 2 minutes 21.397, and Power Maxi. Was it Power Maxi? No, I don't think it was. In this number 6 Porsche in yesterday's race. I think it was Mr. 111, but nevertheless, joining us from Germany, side by side with Daiko, side by side with Follow Me, but with regards to his nationality, and Mountain Goat and Scotty did not qualify, but should be here for the race. Okie doke. That means I can put my phone down, say hello to the wonderful Focarinos, Jack Balding, what an absolute pleasure it is to be blessed with your presence again, good sir. Hello Tara. Rue, what a pleasure it is to have you here. Looking forward to seeing what we end up chatting about. But nevertheless, we're gonna move on with the race, and currently in P1 in this free practice session is Mr. Purple. Mr. Breakpoint. Moomin Papa. I should probably keep this phone out because my memory is to the second. So Moomin with first on the grid, first grid, second position rather, and Goldman currently. So this is quite interesting. Currently 1.128 seconds slower than Moomin, and Goldman's qualifying time was a 2:18.9 and Moomin's was 2:20.290. Just clipping the wall there, but looking to get as much exit speed as he possibly can. Well, that's a very long corner there. Not sure whether there are corner names for Sainte de Croix. Nevertheless, he's still flat on the gas. No dramas as the corner opens up, and coming up to what looks like a heavy braking section. 120. It looked like missing the apex. Looks like you can get on the gas there very early if you wanted to. It's quite a nice line so far. Can he keep it? Pinned fifth gear, 220 kilometers, maximizing track widths. Most certainly, can't really call that clipping the apex, but running the apex over, shortening that track distance. And we have 2-minute warning left to go, and I'm just going to take this time to maybe I'm not. Yeah, it keeps locking the buttons. It's very strange. But Mr. Goldman now in P2. Which is very interesting, because I think he was about 1.2 away from Moomin in the first place, and now they've swapped places. Okie dokie, so Goldman in P1. Now can he keep up to his qualifying times as the red lights drop, and it's a go, go, go. We've got Moomin. It looks like Kaz is on the inside. It looks like we're going to be going 3 wide, but Moomin has got a great start. As we come up to T1, we're going to... Daiko looks like he was a little bit knocked there, but nevertheless is still on track. He's going to be well within slipstream range. We've got Goldman side by side with cars. Moomin comfortably in P1, but can he hold on to that position as he traverses the rest of these sectors? We've got Peugeot in the lead, followed by Audi, followed by another Peugeot. And jumping on board with Mr. Kentucky Fried Chicken, it is finger licking good. And cars heavy on the brakes there. Looked like his Peugeot RCZ was about to go onto 3 wheels. Don't know whether Power Maxi just hit the barrier there, hopefully not. Saying a quick hello to Barry R, but nevertheless we continue on. Hugh Hattrick in 4th position. In pursuit is Follow Me in the Volkswagen. And as we continue with the HHT... Oh, cars, unfortunately. I'm not sure whether he's running a little bit too hot in there. And Hugh Hattrick also losing momentum, now in 6th position, and Kaz in 5th. Daiko in 4th. And Moomin, and look at this fight. Wow, this is beautiful. So this is an interesting outcome already. We have the Daytona number to 24, Audi TT, maximising track width. I don't think he quite got the entry he wanted there, but he looks like he wants to maximise as much of the track as he can to get the best slingshot out of the corner and get side by side with Moomin, the number 53 Peugeot Z. He's pushing this Audi TT to his absolute limits. Jumping on board with Moomin in P1. Okie dokie, we've got a little bit of time now. Daiko's still in 4th position. And Power Maxi just out of slipstream range. Hugh Hattrick in pursuit of cars, and they both were caught up in a pretty heavy incident at the turning just after the bridge. And Mr. Kentucky Fried Chicken looks like he's going to be making a move soon, perhaps. Is he going to go side by side with cars? I can't change any camera angles again, but nevertheless, we must continue. What, does he be able to get side by side as they move towards... What sector are we coming up towards now? Here we go. Coming up to Old Barrier. Our old driver's going to make it through. Hugh Hattrick looked like he's had a pretty good line there, clipping the apex. Kaz running a little bit wide, so Hugh may have a good run here, but we're going to jump on board real quick with P1 and 2. And Moomin's been taken by Goldman. Action everywhere. Oh, just comfortably missing the barrier there. Got the inside line, but not quite able to make it stick on the Pirelli softs. And Goldman joining us from behind his sim rig today in the US of A. Follow me, looks like he's stung with a 0.3 second penalty that he's going to have to concede. Ideally you want to be conceding that when you're close. Pops and bangs from all of these beautiful cars today, but yeah, you want to be conceding that close to the car as possible, so at least that way you are in slipstream range and you can kind of get that time back. Obviously if you're out of slipstream range you're not getting free time. And Hugh Hattrick now 1.3 seconds behind Daiko. Oh, that was some close racing there. Daiko looks like he was just able to get ahead of Follow Me, the British driver with the awesome liveried Volkswagen. I do believe Daiko is also responsible for the liveries. Nevertheless, it does look like we are being treated to some side-by-side action. We're going to go standard camera. Still can't change anything. Okie doke. And Kaz and Hugh Hattrick back at it yet again. So we've got the battle for P1, the battle for P3, and the battle for P5. Incredible turn of events here. Follow me. Oh, he's pushing that Volkswagen to its absolute limits, chasing the identical Volkswagen in this 66 Jägermeister liveried HHTCR contestant. And what can Follow Me do here? Is he going to take the outside line? No, he's going to get the widest entry in, just be able to clip the apex. It looks like he may make a move soon if he can either just touching the side of the barrier there and cutting that very close and then going wide. He is sending this Volkswagen. He is hunting P3 down. We've got Britain chasing the German driver down. Just noticed all the numbers are 0 at the top as well. But jumping back on board with P1 and P2, Moomin stung with a 0.3 second penalty, and Goldman now nearly 3 seconds away from Moomin, but Moomin quite comfortably away from P3. And we've got a big battle for P3 now, as Kars and Hugh Hattrick. Oh, look at that for a train. What are we going to see unfold here between 3 British drivers chasing down the German driver, leading the pack in the Volkswagen HHTCR round 2 at circuit Sainte Croix, or Sainte Croix, I have no idea. But nevertheless, we continue as the got their very brightly coloured rims on the Volkswagen. Still not able to make anything happen. Kars looking on the inside. Is he able to make anything stick soon? It looks like he may very well send it down the inside. Last of the late breakers, send it in the inside, and there is nothing you can do. Close that door, but can he keep on the anchors? There looks like he is going for the outside line. Dyko is going to be seeing British flags everywhere in his rearview mirror. And is anyone going to go into the barrier? We've had contact. Hopefully no one goes in to see the barrier. Fortunately, we get to carry on. Kars looks like he's under an incredible amount of pressure from Hugh. He's gone for the inside line. Not able to make anything happen, backing out, but making sure he gets a good exit is Hugh Hattrick, Mr. KFC. And of course, anyone that knows Hugh knows he loves a good bargain bucket, and you've got to be in the wrong mind not to, hey? But look how close these drivers are. We're a 0.149, a 0.211. Dyko, he's out to the left, he's out to the right. Some of the Peugeots looking like they're a little bit loose as they enter the corners. We've got Follow Me now on the inside, Dyko on the outside. Kars looks like there's a little bit of a contact with Dyko, the German driver, and Follow Me inside of Kars. Hugh Hattrick in hot pursuit. What we're going to see unfold? Are we going to see any more dramas? Is he going to take those positions back? How does he feel about it? Hugh Hattrick is just right behind his tailbone. Good God, now Kars is in the lead. Follow Me just behind P3. And I think Hugh Hattrick just touched Dyko a little there. I think it was a little bit of a KFC bargain bucket kiss to the number 66 Volkswagen. But watching Dyko yesterday, he was knocked off track a good 5 to 6 times, probably 6. Now he's in 6th position and he's number 66, so he's now 666. So Dyko is literally the incarnation of the devil, clearly, and yesterday he was racing number 6 in an identical Jägermeister liveried Porsche, but Dyko fought back and made positions back. So as P3, 4 and 5 continue to fight it out, don't be surprised to see Mr. 666 chase down Mr. Kentucky Fried Chicken. And Power Maxi not too far, will be 3.3 seconds. behind Daiko, and Goldman extending that time, so maybe he was just holding back in the free practice, but now extending his time to nearly 5 seconds of a gap to Moomin. Is 7 seconds behind Cars, who is now under a ton of pressure from Hugh Hattrick, making his way further up the pack. Follow Me suffering a couple of losses over the course of this lap, and Daiko, let's have a look, what are we, with 3.1 seconds behind. Sorry, 2.4 seconds behind Follow Me, so we'll keep an eye on that. And Follow Me downshifting that Volkswagen. Ah, yeah, they do sound beautiful when they pop, to be honest, and what a beautiful sound that was. And Kaz has just been stung with a half-second penalty that he's going to have to concede, which is not ideal halfway through this race. With 6 laps in, we've got just over halfway left to go. Daiko in the background, most certainly he will be continuing to catch up to the battle for 3rd position. And Kaz is going to have to concede down here, ideally still within slipstream range, but will he do that, yes or no? Or will he do that in another location? And Daiko, there he goes. The devil is doing the devil's work. And this man is most certainly showing what he is capable of when his head is down and eyes are up. Look at that, he is well and truly back in shot with a P3, taking home a medal for Season 1 Round 2 of the HHTCR race here at Circuit Sainte. Oh, I don't know. The French one. Follow Me has just gone on the inside of Hugh Hattrick. Is Hugh Hattrick able to defend? Not quite able to make it stick on the inside. He's just run a little bit wide, and that's given it open to Cars, who's just given Follow Me a little bit of a love tap and given that position back from doing so. That's what you call sportsmanship. But it is always very common to have even the slightest of love taps, if you will. Sainte Croix. That makes a lot of sense to me. I appreciate that. Shout out to you, good sir. So now Hugh Hattrick is in 3rd position. Cars still hunting Follow Me down. Hugh Hattrick 8 seconds away. We just saw Moomin leave, or rather exiting the corner that Hugh Hattrick is only now entering. And of course Follow Me 1 second behind, and Follow Me is under a lot of pressure from Cars, as the British pack are now under pressure from the German in the rearview mirror of Cars, as they make their way up to the infamous bridge section. Is anyone gonna say hello? To barrier? No, we're okay. Still on the outside line. Oh, he's gone inside. Is he able to make it stick? Will Follow Me cut him off? Not quite got it there, but pulling moves like that is a great way to put your, shall we say, opponent off, as you know, you don't know whether they're making the move, you don't know whether they're going for it, and it can be very disorientating, and obviously if you race, that split second where your attention has gone somewhere else can cost you the race. put you into a wall. So I think that's what we love about being racing drivers. You've just got to be on it all the time. You've got to be present at all moments if you want to be fast. But Hugh Hattrick, the flying gnome, looks like he most certainly is flying. And cars, wow, that was fast. And it looks like Daiko is struggling just a touch with 0.26, although he is catching back up. Behind the wheel, joining us from Germany. It's always a pleasure to have drivers from across the globe. And the fastest lap at the moment goes to Goldman with a 2:19.041, which I believe, I will just check now. Yep, so he's a 10th off his fastest lap time for qualifying. So he's running a solid race, is Goldman. Back over the bridge. Fortunately, no one has said hello to the barrier, and it looks like he's gone to the inside line. Is he able to make it happen? Not quite. He's going for the old tactic and switcheroo, applying that pressure. Has he made it work? Yes, he has. He is side by side. Hugh Hattrick with the inside line. Cars looked like he just had to come off the throttle there. He would have come into contact with the rear end of the left side of the Kentucky Fried Chicken Mobile. And Follow Me now, as cars came off that throttle, has given Follow Me the run. Side by side do they go. And now Follow Me as the inside line as these three Britons battle it out. Hard on the brakes, chucking it in, hopefully clipping those apexes. It looks like they all are. Hugh Hattrick running. Oh, is he able to keep it between the two in pursuit? I can't stop looking at that smiling face of the Colonel. And cars going defensive. Follow Me taking the inside line. Is he able to make it stick? No, he's gone back to the outside and he's thrown it straight back in. He wants the best exit possible. My God, has he thrown that for sure. Just missing that barrier. And in the toe of both cars. Cars now taking the fastest line, giving Hugh Hattrick taking the defensive slower line. Is Cars able to get a good run out, or is he going to have to back off the throttle again and give Follow Me another run? We're about to find out, but it looks like he's got a pretty solid run here. Has the number 26 Peugeot, chasing down an identical Peugeot and under pressure from the digital Volkswagen driven by Follow Me 1978. Oh, making the most of those track limits. Cars is sending that Peugeot. You can see the suspension working to its absolute maximum as the tyres are squirming for every amount of available grip, and it looks like they are side by side yet again. Hugh Hattrick might be able to pull away here if P4 and 5 begin and continue to battle it out as they come up to a braking section into the right-hander. Just under a third left to go. 9:36 on the clock. And of course, let's just give a little bit of love to Moomin Papa, who's running a very solid race and still only 4 seconds behind. So he's actually not lost any time and actually gained a tenth or two from Goldman since we last checked. So hats off to Moomin for running a pretty solid race so far. And of course, Goldman, if he doesn't mess up, is going to be taking home gold for Season 1 Round 2 of the HHTCR. And of course, Hugh Hattrick Looks like he may very well indeed be taking home some medals, as Follow Me and Cars are clearly fighting it out and have given Hugh Hattrick, the KFC connoisseur, some breathing room, as we see Daiko. Looks like he's unfortunately losing distance from P5 as the battle for P3 continues. A little bit loose on the exit there, which is not ideal in a front wheel drive car. Can't apply any power down during a slide. All that power going to the front engine, but look at this yet again, side by side. Follow Me on the inside line. Looks like he's just lost out to Cars. It looks like he is sending it in that Volkswagen, asking a little bit too much of the Volkswagen and just missing Barry. I think if he was to hit that one, he would have been saying hello to his mother on his birthday. He would have felt that one, that's for sure. And he has now given breathing room to Cars in P4. My favourite position, of course. And Daiko now in pursuit. Only a 1.5 second away from Follow Me. So I don't know whether Daiko was maybe relaxing off a little bit there, but obviously the fights that have occurred, and you can see them all together clumping up on this camera shot. It's now given him a shot for P5, and points absolutely matter towards the end of the series, and of course at the end of the series. But nevertheless, you want to be pushing at every single moment, because you just don't know when the opportunity is going to arrive. And I hear it has arrived for Daiko, but it looks like he's just lost another 0.3 of a second to Follow Me. And of course, let's show a little bit of love to the legend, Power Maxi, driving the HHTCR liveried Bose Sparco Remus Volkswagen, and a 157. 6 minutes left to go, and Daiko, yeah, is losing off to the very fast Cars. Oh, what a beautiful sound those pops and bangs are. They actually sound like that in real life in the Volkswagen Golf R's that I like to have a play with. But it appears, yeah, now 2 seconds. Follow Me 2 seconds. No, just under 2 seconds. Chasing Cars, who's 2 seconds away from Hugh Hattrick in the Kentucky Fried Chicken Mobile. And no one's said hello to the barrier yet. And Goldman, a 0.4.5, just under 4.5 seconds. So congratulations. I'm sure he's maybe not going full blast, but nevertheless, Moomin has been able to show consistent pace to the very fast American driver, and we've just got under that 5-minute mark. Okie doke. So Follow Me is nearly just over half a second now. What was 2 seconds, now creeping back up to a second, but that was half a second away from Follow Me was Daiko. So I'm not sure whether Follow Me has made somewhat of a mistake, but he's still 2 seconds away from Cars, who's 4 seconds away from Hugh Hattrick. So it looks like Cars and Follow Me have lost 2 seconds each, close to Hugh Hattrick. giving Daiko, he just needs to get into that 0.750 of a second mark to get into the slipstream of the British driver in the identical Volkswagen dead ahead, and he can pull him back in. Follow me, pushing it to its limits. And Goldman with the fastest lap of a 2:18.466, which means that he's faster than the qualifying time of 2:18.924. So congratulations to Coleman, running a solid race, a solid qualifying time, and a solid fastest lap. Let's see whether he can hang on with the final 3 minutes as Follow Me makes his way through this section. Will he say hello to the barrier? And it appears that he has. Okay. Two minutes 50 seconds left to go. Power Maxi just entering the bridge section, and Goldman. See how he traverses this heavy braking section. Hard on the brakes and off, clipping that apex out. Beautiful use of the track widths and limits there. And coming up to the penultimate corner, we've just under the Sainte Croix sign. 2 minutes left to go, which means I believe we are going to be on very closely now to the final lap. So that means Goldman pushing it up to 5.5 seconds. Maybe he's pushing the pedal to the metal a little bit now. Now he knows he's got a little bit of fuel left and perhaps can go flat out, perhaps with 96 seconds left to go. Moomin Papa gapping P3 Hugh Hattrick by 13 seconds. And the Kentucky Fried Chicken Mobile, driven by the Kentucky Fried Chicken connoisseur, gapped just under 5 seconds to Cars, who's now under pressure from Follow Me yet again. Is Follow Me able to capitalize a 0.13 seconds away from Cars, who clips the wall? That's going to affect his lap times here, but they're going to have to throw it in onto this bridge section. He's pushing it, you can tell, as the suspension is squealing for grip. Can Follow Me make it stick? Is he going to be late on the brakes? Is Cars going to go defensive? Can he go defensive? No, he's side by side. Is he going to make it stick? Or is Cars going to get the better run out? He's let him through, but is he going to get the better run? Has he gone too hot? He's kept it. He's made it stick without touching that barrier. Daiko could be thinking he is in with a shot of nabbing P5 and 4 potentially here as these battle it out as the remaining 14 seconds are underway. Cars is going to have to go defensive here, but then that means Follow Me is going to get the faster line if he chooses it. There he goes, he's gone to the outside line. Cars has gone defensive. Is he going to be able to make it stick? He's there. Oh, he's side by side with Cars. We've got the two British drivers behind their sim rigs side by side in a Volkswagen and Peugeot. The pressure has got to Cars. It's 5th position. Daiko, he's gone from 6th to 5th position. No. The pressure of it all. Goldman crossing that start finish, taking home P1. Congratulations to the American driver as Moomin now crosses that start finish line, taking home the silver. Congratulations to you, and the Kentucky Fried Chicken connoisseur taking home bronze. Congratulations to you. What an absolute pleasure it is to see you on track. And Follow Me, giving us a flash. Good man. What a legend. Give that man a cookie. And Daiko giving us a handbrake turn as he crosses that start-finish straight. Car's in P6, and I think he's going to be a somewhat gutted. I don't quite know what happened there. I didn't quite see, but I don't know whether the pressure got to him or whether there was a little bit of contact, but still very entertaining. And Power Maxi crossing that line, and we bring to an end. So congratulations for Season 1, Round 2 to Goldman. Pole position and a fastest lap. So that's very, very well done to you, good sir. That's absolutely spot on. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. And my God, was we treated to some action at the end, with cars having an incredible fight with Follow Me, who's now in my favourite position, and Daiko take it away. P5 from cars. Incredible. And of course, fastest lap 2:18.466 on lap 11 was Goldman. So congratulations again to you, good sir. Okie dokie. Well, guys, what do you think to that one? That was, shall we say, an interesting turn of events. Towards the end of the race and the battle between cars and Follow Me. It most certainly was a great race, and there was most certainly a lot of close battles. My good God. Yeah, the end was most certainly an interesting one. And so that brings us on to Split 1. And in Split 1 we have VQS Jack, GLR, Neil the Seal, an absolute legend. Send that man a cookie. Captain Muff, Glesgared, Mikey, GLR Mikey, the main man, RCR Demo, GLR Racer, GLR JD, and D Max Racing. So let's have a quick little ganders here then. Let's see exactly what we've got. So in P1 we have VQS Jack with a lap time of a 2:18.4592. And on the first grid in second position we have GLR's Neil the Seal with a 2:18.997. Very, very quick lap time. Obviously Neil is going to be one to watch in the Guinness liveried Audi TT. Captain Muff in P3 second. That sounded nice. GLR JD's Audi, that sounded beautiful. Glesgared in P4, second on the grid with a 2:19.224. And GLR Mikey now in Split 1, which, considering his last performance, I think that's fair. It should be. P5 with a 2:19.313. And in P6 we have RCR Demo with a 2:19.652. And in P7 we have Dougie, the main man, GLR racer, with a 2:19.992. So we've got some very close lap times here. GLR JD, of course, we are on board with the legend. See, we can change the view here, but we can't do that when the race is starting. And I find that upsetting. Never mind. Two minutes 19 and a .995 is the GLR eSports American Audi TT driver joining us today for the HHTCR Season 1 Round 2 at Sainte Croix. And Captain Muff has a 2-position grid penalty in effect. So yeah, I've just realised that. I've been reading the times out, but I've only just realised that Captain Muff with a 2:18.417 was quicker than VQS Jack's 2:18.459. So his 2-position grid penalty has put Captain Muff on the 2nd grid in 3rd position. And all drivers are trying to make the most of their lap times before we get the green light for split 1 of the HHTCR. So, we've said hello to JLR JD. And now we'll say hello to Mr. Kit Kat in the 777. It's an awesome looking car. Glesgaard, who... I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, I do apologise. 2:19.224, and he will be 4th on the grid next to Mr. Muffin. And GLR Mikey with the awesome looking Guinness liveried. Showing some love to the GLR boys. Oh, what a pop. Such a beautiful sounding car. And he is gonna be 3rd on the grid today in 5th position. 3rd grid, 5th position. RCR Demo joining us in the yellow and blue Volkswagen Sirocco. Driving from behind a sim rig in the UK. A lap time of 2:19.625. And here he is. Joining us all the way from Australia. Maximizing the track at Sainte Croix. In the number 55, GLR liveried, beautiful looking Audi TT. Black and gold is a firm favourite of mine. Splash of red in there as well. And GLR Seal with a 2:18.997, first grid, second in position. And here he is, Mr. Jack Balding, Gran Turismo's worst driver. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, this dude is quick. And going to be first grid, first position with a 2:18.459, half a second quicker than Seal. And Glasgaard with a 2:19.2 in P4. So it's going to be an interesting one, watching this one unravel itself. And I've also just had confirmation from Hugh Hattrick that he did indeed have a KFC box meal today. What an absolute legend. Making most of the track widths is Jack. A little bit too much of the track widths, but he is pushing that Volkswagen to its limits. Mr. Racer in the pits. And currently, fastest lap is Mr. Glasgaard. We'll just call him Glaz. No, we'll call him Kit Kat. He's Kit Kat today. So Kit Kat has the fastest lap. Mikey 0.4 tenths slower than the Peugeot RCZ. Mikey looks like he is pushing that Volkswagen to its limits there. Looks like it's very smooth and stable. But you can also tell that he is pushing that. But the Pirelli softs are doing its job. And still 0.4, and only a 0.194 from Mikey is Neil the Seal. Again, joining us from Australia, so 7, 8 a.m. now. And Mr. JD, currently 4th fastest in this free practice session. D-Max Racing. So I think we may be just waiting for D-Max Racing, and I've just realised I haven't got my blue light glasses on. It'll be 2 seconds, Focarinos. Just need to find my blue light glasses. I'll be back. Okie dokie. So we are going to be waiting for those red lights to drop very shortly, and Seal now in second position, a 0.345 away from GLR's Mikey, joining us from Great Britain today. Fellow Britonian. And GLR making his way, Mr. Seal, over the bridge. Hard on the brakes. In goes the car. Audi TT squirming comfortably though. Squirming comfortably, if that is a thing, but it is today for grip, and the Audi TT is looking solid. And now Seal and Mikey knocked off P1 and 2 by Mr. Kit Kat and VQS Jack. Mr. Balding liking the Playboy bunny dolls on the back of his just a little touch there, I've noticed, Jack. Very nice. So, taking P1 in the free practice, we've got Kit Kat in P2, only under 2/10 away from Mr. Balding in the Volkswagen. And GLR Mikey 0.4, just under 0.4. Suppose you could call that a 0.4 away from Mr. Balding in the identical Volkswagen. And hey, Dougie, I missed this NOS liveried Renault, and he's in a Renault as well. Yeah, what a beautiful car that is to have on track with us today. Little bit different, and my God, is he throwing that around, making it stick, applying all of those horsepowers on the exit of the corner leading over to the bridge, and getting as much width as he possibly can. That's it on the apex, and you can see that he is pushing for grip as he comes to the exit of these corners, because the tyres are struggling to keep him in, but nevertheless he's maximising his corner speeds with that tactic. Currently in P4, can he capitalise from P4? Probably not, because we're about to start the final. And so, split one. HHTCR at Sainte Croix. Give us a flash, boys. Give us a flash, boys. Come on. No. Whee. Good lad, Jack. Alrighty, so all drivers now lining up. Captain Muffin with a 2 position penalty now in P3. We're waiting for those red lights to drop, and there we go. We get the green. VQS Jack is off. Captain Muffin looks like he's got an also good getaway. Neil the Seal side by side with the identical Audi. Captain Muffin on the inside. A little bit of contact with Jack. Fortunately, he's been able to hold on to that car. Seal looks like he might need a little bit of extra room. Might have to back off the gas in his Audi TT, but nevertheless Dougie in 4th position. Whoa, look at this. Or side by side is Seal and Captain Muff. And we have Lois all kicking off. Mikey leading the pack with Damo and JD in pursuit. Tiny bits of contact here between all four cars. Clipping the apex as they make their way up to the bridge. Is anyone going to wipe themselves out? No, we're okay. Moving back up to P2. Jack already making his way off into the woods, if you will. And now over a second already out of slipstream range. If he can do that, he's going to be in with a comfortable race. But if Captain Muffin and GLR Seal can work together, and GLR Racer, I know Seal and Neil and Dougie. Look at this, GLR, P3, P4, P5, P6. Australia, America, England. How incredible. How incredible indeed. But Captain Muffin, P2, now a 10th, clawing just over a 10th back to P1. We've got GLR Seal. Looks like he may have gone for the inside line if he can make it stick. Captain Muffin, no, shutting the door on the GLR boys. And it appears as though Mikey is wanting to come and say hello to the party. Dougie looking like he has a pretty cracking run through there, but can he make anything happen as they come up to the penultimate corner here at Sainte Croix? Oh, Kit Kat losing the back end just a touch, as I believe was Damo, as he is now side by side, not quite able to get where he wants to be next to Mr. Kit Kat, but nevertheless he looks like he's gone for the racing line, tucking into the slipstream of P7, and P7 tucking into the slipstream of Mr. Whiskey in P6. And Jack, of course, with the fastest lap so far. Mikey now taking a position away from Dougie, who appears to have lost some momentum towards Neil the Seal there. GLR Racer's gone on the inside line, not able to make anything happen, but maybe that was just a little bit of a tactic to see if he can put off the fellow GLR crew. And Mikey, who's taken that position away from Dougie, not quite sure what it was that occurred there, but nevertheless the Sirocco has got that inside line. GLR Racer keeping that Renault pinned as it is on the outside, and now he is side by side with GLR JD. JD in the Audi, just able to nip the Renault. And I've got to be honest, Dougie looks like he is flying today, so my god, are these boys fast. And Mr. Kit Kat just holding off the Sirocco. Can the Sirocco get a better run out here? Looks like that Kit Kat's been tried to be opened from the front and the rear. You can see the foil underneath the wrapping. It appears is the 777 Peugeot RCZ. As they're still in a pretty decent train. They're coming up to the penultimate corner now. Damo going for the outside line, as does Kit Kat. Who gets the better run here? It looks like that's pretty even so far. Jumping back on board with P1. Jack leaving the group now, nearly 2 seconds. So that's all she wrote for Jack Baldwin, providing he doesn't mess up. And Captain Muffin appears to also be running a pretty solid race, but VQS Jack seems to be driving in another dimension roundabout now, as Seal is under pressure from the fellow GLR crew. Mikey, the Irish fire-breathing dragon. And Mikey maximising track widths, chucking that in, but as is Seal, driving all the way from Australia on his CSL Elite rig. I believe Mikey has a CSL Elite rig, I'm not too sure. I know Dougie has a CSL Elite, GLR JD I believe. So find out some more information with regards to what exactly these guys are using. But look at the Pirellis put to their maximum. And it's such a beautiful sight when you're seeing the amplification of downforce, driver input, and the tyres and suspension all working together. GLR Mikey on the inside, he's the last of the late breakers. GLR Seal has got the better line. Is he able to get the better run out? The side by side yet again. Mikey looks like he's got the inside line, but is GLR Seal going to have the inside line and the last laugh as they are closing up to the penultimate corner here at Sainte Croix? GLR Mikey wants that corner back, but GLR Seal has said no, shutting Mikey off. Is the Australian driver saying no to the Irish Volkswagen in the 45 Guinness liveried Volkswagen? And we can also see another GLR crew just come into shot now. GLR JD, Mr. Whiskey. My God, do I love a good whiskey. So Mikey's going to have to make another shot, but that was some clean driving, I must say. That is what we want to see. GLR racer Dougie in P6, joining us from America in the Renault today. And again, it's absolutely awesome to see this car on track. We don't want to miss this action. I've got a feeling Mr. Mikey is going to be making another move, but the question is, is it going to be the end of this bridge? And the answer is no. Mikey is sticking with the fastest line possible. Apologies. And GLR Seal is a veteran at the sport of mind games and will know what Mikey is going to want to do. He's going to know, been racing a lot with Mikey over the years. Is Mikey going to pull out? He looks like he wants to be making that move, but he said no to Seal. Seal just shutting him off again, but it appears as though we are side by side for one more time. Mikey on the inside line, he's able to make it stick this time. We are having a repeat of history. Is Seal able to do what he did last time, keep the better line? It looks like he is perhaps able to hold on to that position, but no, Mikey has shut the Audi TT off. We've got Guinness versus Guinness here. In the Fanatec HHTCR liveried cars. How beautiful that all is. And again, a big shout out to Daiko, who is responsible for the liveries. Anyone wanting liveries made, I'm sure he will look after you for money. But he does an incredible job and is worth every penny. Seal, a 0.9 penalty. Mikey taking that position from earlier on. That means that Mr. Whiskey is going to be into that slipstream, and Seal is going to have to concede that time at some point. The question is, where's he going to do it? At what point is he going to decide to concede some of that time? Yes, Daiko made Mikey's livery. I thought you made all the liveries. Still 0.8 seconds left to concede. In 4th position, 3rd position, still just up ahead. Anything can happen. Mikey's most certainly going to be feeling that pressure in 3rd position. We've got Captain Muffin comfortably in 2nd position, a 4.044 I just saw there. As VQS Jack is running a very comfortable race indeed in his ice blue Volkswagen Scirocco with the red hot wheels. But the action is with the battle for P3. Seal running an absolutely solid race, but not quite able to hold on to P3. Is he able to hold on to P4, or is the identical Audi TT driven by Mr. Whiskey JD? Is he going to take that away from the Australian driver? The beautiful looking gold and black liveried Audi TT. 18 minutes left to go. We're closing up to that halfway mark. Plenty of time left to go. Seal a 1.3 away from Mikey, which means he's out of slipstream range. JD ever gonna be pulling Seal closer to him. Still a 0.5 left to concede. JD is very close and can make that move soon. Probably another car length before we can think about getting side by side or going in with the last of the late breakers. Just missing out on the apex. Just missing out on the apex yet again. We're both drivers, but look at this. I think we're going to have a little move here. Side by side, is he going to be able to make it stick? We've got Seal on the outside. He's conceded most of his penalty. He's conceded all of his penalty. Under 0.1 of a second left to concede. And now look how close he is, a 0.096. He was touching the bumper of GLR JD. Mr. Whiskey, who is now in pursuit of Mikey. So he's conceded that penalty, has Neil the Seal. Seal the Neil. Neil the Seal. Seal the Neil. That works as well. See whether they can work together and pull Mikey back. Currently 1.4 seconds. But let's see what happens. Seal taking the biggest line he can, maximizing as much of that track as he possibly can. And Kit Kat again looking like it's tried to be opened from the front and the rear. Gapping Dougie by 2.5 seconds is the Peugeot ahead of the Renault. So 1.1 seconds is the gap for the Renault, driven by GLR Racer and Damo, the British driver. In the Volkswagen Scirocco. Let's see whether Mr. Damo can chase Dougie down. It's gone from a 1.1 to a 1.2, nearly to a 1.3. Dougie's most certainly got them corners down there. And Seal still in hot pursuit of GLR JD. And he's maximising track width indeed in that Audi TT. And Jack Baldwin with a 2:17.871. That dude is something else. like I say, is driving from different dimensions. And Seal with under half of the race left to go. 14 minutes. I think his plan is to perhaps keep up with Mr. Whiskey, keeping his slipstream, conserve his tyres, and make a shot on the remaining laps, but we will have to see exactly how that progresses. And Mr. Whiskey doing an absolutely cracking job. I'm not sure what these space chickens are all about, but I quite like the space chickens. Yeah, they're cool. SpaceX. I did not notice you had SpaceX on the side of your Audi TT, but nevertheless there we are. Currently in P4, a 1.6 away from Mikey, still just up ahead. Not really able to pull him in as much as they would probably want with only 13 minutes left to go. Just under 7 laps, or maybe 7 laps left to go. Mikey making his way up to that bridge. Well, I'm not sure that anything is going to happen here. I think Seal is going to absolutely be conserving as much of those Pirellis as he can. And I mean, looking at the map at the top right, they're all running a pretty solid race. They're all very close. It's providing some pretty banging action. Damo not quite able to catch up to Dougie, who's pulling away 10th by 10th, and Mr. Balding. The Monster Energy Ice Blue Fanatec. I'm sure we got Playboy girls on the rear, which I'm a big fan of. 1SE first. Can't believe it. Pulling away from Captain Muffin with over 7 seconds, and Captain Muffin, what have we got here, Penwright, and he's 4 seconds ahead of GLR Mikey. Just under 11 minutes left to go. So we'll see whether they can hold on to these very comfortable positions. Captain Muffin only 4 seconds up the road. Anything can happen. GLR Mikey, he seems to have got his head down, eyes up, and is chasing down a potential P1 or 2. Perhaps more of a potential P2, as they're only 4 seconds up the road. Although he's just lost a 10th to the Australian Captain Muffin. And Seal is doing a cracking job with holding on to GLR JD, so I really do think he is going to be conserving his tyres and fuel, taking the outside line. Is he looking for a move here, or is he just wanting to... It looks smoother. Better exit. He's just not quite having a look. God, they're so close they could pass each other a cup of tea. He's thinking about it. He's right in the bumper of Mr. Whiskey from America. The US of A, GLR JD, in the SpaceX Audi TT, being hunted down by the Guinness liveried black and gold Audi TT. And can SpaceX hold on, or is the Guinness going to show gold here? God, what an incredible few corners that was between the two Audis as they continue to make their way down the start-finish straight. And Mr. Kit Kat, got Lucas Oil 777, Michelin Man, and I'm loving the broken Kit Kat as well on the front and the back. Beautiful. And GLR Racer pulling away another, just over another half a second from Damo in the Volkswagen Sirocco. You can see him making the most of the force feedback of his CSL Elite, watching his hands move in the cockpit, every micro adjustment. "22 seconds from VQS Jack Balding, who's running a cracking race, as I'm sure you are all aware. And Mr. Kit Kat still in pursuit, and Seal back at it yet again. Is he got that inside line? Oh, 7 minutes left to go. I think he is just lining whiskey up for the moment. He's premeditating the moment, and he's probably going to go for that moment on the last lap or two, I feel, is Neil the Seal. But we will have to wait to see whether I am right, or whether Mr. Whiskey in the SpaceX chicken suit Audi can hold the black and gold 55 Audi off. Look how close he is. What fantastic driving from Neil. Absolute veteran, like I said, and an absolute veteran with mind games. "5 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Well, all the action is with GLR JD and GLR Seal. Look at this. He knows what he wants to do, but is he going to be able to make it happen with 5 minutes left to go? That's less than, whoa, I say we've got maybe 3 laps, have we? 3-4 laps. I'm back again doing the exact same thing to Mr. Whiskey. Look how close he is. He's not going to go for it. He doesn't want it yet. Because if he if he goes for it now, then he's going to have to defend it for a remainder of 4 minutes. But I think that it's that section there that we are going to see the 55 black and gold Audi TT take a move on the SpaceX Audi TT. So, 4 minutes left to go. We're going to have a run through of everyone else on track before I end up back onto this fight for P4. And he's just on the inside line. Oh. Not quite able to make it stick. But look at that, he's got the speed. My God, look at Seal's lines. There's something in the water in Australia. Beautiful racing here between the identical Audi RSs. So, 3 minutes left to go. I think we've only got a couple of laps left. I think it's going to be this lap, or the next lap, maybe the next lap. I think we might see a move. If he gets a chance, maybe he'll pip his nose in and look at being defensive. But I think it's going to be the next lap that we're going to see Neil the Seal make his move. Okey-doke. Is he able to make it stick? Oh my good godness, he's decided to go for it. I saw him go on the inside line and GLR JD wants that pad. Look how close they are. Just on the right. Oh, I mean, was there a pixel between those two cars at that point? We're coming up to the penultimate corner now at Sainte, and the Audis exit the penultimate corner on the start-finish straight here for Season 1, Round 2 of the HHTCR Season 1, Round 2 of Hugh Hattrick's series. And Neil the Seal, what absolute masterclass in mind games. And just looking at it, observationally looking at how he was driving, I was thought if he wanted to, he could go side by side, but he never decided to make that happen. And now he only has just under 90 seconds left of the race to now hold on to P4. We've got Mikey in P3, still running like an absolute demon. The beast from the east, and Captain Muffin in P2 and VQS Jack with a 0.4 second, but we must jump back on board with Seal, who is a second away. He's out of slipstream range and pulling away from Whiskey. Oh, JD, I think he's going to be focusing as much as he possibly can now in any hope to take back P4, but my good God, it was such a finesse of an overtake, just sliding it in there. But when you're side by side, you can't turn in, otherwise you are going to be sent spinning. Seal just touching the barrier. That means it's going to give a little bit of a run to Whiskey, and here we can see that timer coming down. Oh, we're going to see a change of hands. Is P5 going to become P4? Is Black and Gold going to change positions with SpaceX and Kit Kat just in the background in P6? He might capitalize here under the pressure of the other drivers. Maybe we might see some things occur, but maybe not. All drivers seem to be well and truly under control of the cars, as we're seeing some marbles on the track here. Coming to an end of the 30-minute stint, and look at all the Pirelli soft marbles on the side of the track, just off the racing line. Penultimate corner, there we go. We are now on our final lap. Oh, there it is. Okie doke, so VQS Jack taking home a P1. Congratulations to you, good sir. Captain Muffin in P2, Mikey in P3, Seal taking home my favourite position of P4. Congratulations, good sir. What an incredible race. And we'll jump back onto the scoreboard, but of course the glory goes to Vanquish eSports, VQS Jack. taking home a pole position and a fastest lap. So congratulations to you, good sir. So Seal in 4th position, taking taking JD right at that last moment, and whether my tactics and my observations were correct, I'm not sure, but he made it happen. He made it stick, and nevertheless, it's a big hats off to Seal for making it happen. GLR JD, incredible race. What a fast dude. Congratulations to your P5. Some solid racing there. Mr. Kit Kat in P6 in the RCZ, joining us from Great Britain. And Dougie joining us from America, another absolute legend in the Megane. And Damo in the Sirocco from UK. So again, congratulations to VQS Jack. I think you're most certainly going to be the one that people are going to be wanting to punt off as soon as possible. But there we go, look, we've got the Guinness liveried number 45 Volkswagen Sirocco with beautiful alloys as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mikey driving that in real life. And of course Neil the Seal, the absolute connoisseur of the racecraft, just showing us exactly what's capable when you race properly. And I think if he was to make that move any earlier, he might not have been able to hold on for as long as he needed to, but he was able to make that hold on, and nevertheless he's got that position. So a big thank you to everyone that's joined in, a big thank you to everyone in chat. I've obviously not been able to speak as much on chat with these streams. It all requires my attention, but thank you, Hugh. It's very kind of you to say so. Thank you, Tara. And Vortor Racing, I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you indeed, my friend. This channel only grows with the right people and the right races. It's all gotta be fun. And yes, big thank you to Daiko. Big thank you to Rue for joining us. Always good to see you, my friend. And Moomin, big thank you to you as well. I appreciate that very much, fella. That's absolutely awesome. So before I go, I'm just going to end with the next race. Round 3. So round 3, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be at Fuji International Speedway, and that will be on, will be 4 weeks away today, I assume. I can't see. Qualifying 16th, race 23rd of October. So thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've been the Macabre King, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much, Huey. I appreciate that. We will see you all soon. Peace out. Ciao, ciao. Legendary.